Humans have a huge impact on the Earth's environment. It's our job to identify human practices that have negatively affected the environment and think of solutions to this issue. In this video, we are explaining better one specific but important topic about environmental problems.
Firstly, what is exactly the problem of e-waste? Electronic waste is basically discarded electrical or electronic devices. The main problem is how can we recycle and without hurting the nature because of this type of garbage.
The electronic products that we produce aren't made to be recycled, and because of that, there are persons that are being affected.
Informal processing of e-wastes in developing or undeveloped countries can lead to adverse human health effects and environmental pollution.
In numbers, e-waste pollution is enormous.
1.6 billion cell phones were made in 2012.
The average American keeps a cell phone for only 18 months.
60% of e-waste ends up in landfills, both at developed or developing countries.
This garbage that contains toxic metals leak and ends up in the water table and soil.
Even worse, when recycled, a significant amount of 30% cannot be recovered.
Electronics contain toxic chemicals such as arsenic, lead, and polybrominated flame retardant, and these cause nature so much harm.
The population who live near the discard of this type of waste can easily be affected by those toxins like lead, mercury, cadmium that might have spread the landfill soil and water. These substances can kill us.
As almost 20 million tons of this type of waste is discarded into landfills every year, an enormous contingent of people may be affected.
E-waste is a serious environmental problem, from toxic chemicals and heavy metals leakage into soils in landfills to the pollution of the air and water supplies, causing proper recycling techniques in developing countries.
Although the progress of technology is a great pro and it shows human development, the cons are many concerning e-waste. Up to 10,000 workers wade through tons of discarded goods as part of an enormous informal recycling process, which has become one of the world's largest destinations for used electronic goods. Burns, back problems, and infected wounds are common ailments among these workers, as well as respiratory problems, chronic nausea, and debilitating headaches brought on by the hazardous working environment and toxic air pollution.
The real problem is how the electronic products are made. Industry extract resources from nature, already affecting it. Then the resources are refined and there is more waste. And finally, the parts of the product are assembled and the factory sells it very expensively because of this production. This type of production are called the linear economy. There is the reuse economy, but it's not the best solution because in it there is also a lot of waste and non-recyclable materials. The perfect solution is the circular economy, where extraction of materials are less because at the final stage of production, the product is upgradable with the new parts without generating another product and is reusable because it can be fixed up easily with the new parts and then there is no need to produce a completely new electronic product and e-waste is decreased.
There are many recycling NGOs and cooperatives that are trying to resolve this problem. As an example, Baidu, a Chinese company, is trying to renovate e-waste and use it in order to create more electronics, using the principle of circular economy. There is a long path ahead of us, but we still believe in humanity and its ways of solving problems, like this one.